I am at the park while the kids play. It's kind of cold. I realize I haven't filmed in a minute. Is that how I start every video now? Because I just don't film consistently. But the kids are playing, and we are officially on Thanksgiving break, and so we're excited. We have no school, no work for a whole week, so I'm pretty pumped up about that and what is in store for us. Kids are excited, family's excited, and obviously Thanksgiving looks very different this year, but you know, that's been our life the last 2.5-3 years, that it hasn't looked the same each year. Family is changing, family's evolving. Obviously many things have happened in our lives to change what Thanksgiving looks like and what that means to our family. But yeah, I wanted to I have some thoughts, you know, and they were just popping in my head as I was driving. You know, I think a lot when I drive, and I've had a commute for a little bit, and the main thought I have is that there is no world that exists where I would ever try to replace my wife with someone else. But on the other hand, my heart is completely open to this new love and what it is bringing to my life and my kids' life. Feeling whole again, feeling in love again, feeling happy again. It is an exciting time and an exciting feeling. And I want to, and I've said this in past videos before, and I don't think you can understand it unless you're in it, unless you are living it, unless you're breathing it. But two things can be true, and that is the most real statement I can ever say. And I can love someone new with my entire heart. And I will also always have a love in this, what I call my second heart, for Jen. One does not exist without the other. And they can coexist, and they are coexisting. And the amount of love that I feel right now is intense. It is a strong feeling. And you know, I've mentioned it to the people that I'm closest to, obviously my kids, and I'm absolutely 100% in love. And that doesn't take away from the love that I will always have for Jen. And I guess I just didn't think I have to make that clear, but I just think that some people struggle with accepting that or realizing that. But I truly am a firm believer that you can't understand what that feels like unless you've been put in that situation. And also I'm with someone that's completely supportive of Jen and her legacy and her parenting and her relationships and everything that she established in this world and the amazing human that she was and continues to be. And I think that's what makes it so easy to love again, is because I met someone who's so accepting of my late wife and everything that we went through in our relationship and my beautiful children. And I think we both have just realized how much we love each other, how deep our love goes. It is such an intense feeling. I can just speak for both of us that our love is 100% genuine, real, and it is out of this world, out of body experience feeling. I'm 100% utterly in love. And that doesn't take away from the relationship that I had in the past. So I'll speak more on that later, but just a thought. Okay, so I got cut off last night at the park. We were having fun, but then this girl came over and she was obsessed with Winnie, which I get. And then they started playing, so I didn't want to film when they were playing right there. So I think I just wanted to express that, you know, love is such a deep thing, and it's such a valued thing in our house. As the trash truck goes right now. Never seems to fail anytime I start filming. love is such a valued thing. It is such a strong thing in our house. It's something that we talk about constantly. Like, I'm a lover guy. I love to love. I love love. My kids love love. We're all super emotional humans. That's just the way that I was. That's the way Jen was. That's just the way that we're all made up here. And to think that my love would be altered or questioned for Jenny because I have found a new love is, in my mind and my kids' minds, it doesn't make any sense, because we love so much. We have so much love to give. And I just think, like I've said, I don't think you know unless you're in it, but the love that I have for this new amazing person in my life runs so deep. Yes, buddy? I'd like you to leave it out and we can bring it in the truck. Thank you, buddy. The love that I have for her, for Jen and for this new individual is just, it runs so deep. My heart is bursting with love for both of them. And I am now navigating a new space and a new heartbeat and a new love and feeling a way that I haven't felt in a long time now, which is just truly blissful happiness. And the reason I say that is because, you know, for the last 2.5, 3 years of Jenny's life, we were constantly stressed. We were constantly scared. Of course, we were in love, and of course, but we knew pretty early on what the ultimate ending was probably going to be. And so you're constantly dreading it. You're constantly worried. You're constantly planning. And now here I am in this kind of new version of me, kind of exploring what this new version of me looks like. And I want to say that I'm truly happy from the bottom of my heart. I'm so happy, and I am so in love, and I am so smitten, and I'm so overjoyed that I have been given this opportunity to love another. And for her to love me, and for her to love my babies, and for her to love us and Jenny and our family. It is a fantastic, fantastic thing, and I will never, ever, ever take it for granted. Ever. Love is deep, love is complex, and it's not just this, well, if you love one person, then you can't love the other. It doesn't work that way. And I know that most people understand that, but there seem to be some people that don't, and that's okay. But unless you have been in a deep depth, you know, amount of love, I don't think you can grasp the concept that I can still love Jen with all my heart, and now I can make plenty of room for a new person in my life to be with, and someone that makes me so incredibly happy, is so incredibly beautiful, so incredibly giving and thoughtful and kind and hardworking, and that person has chosen me, and I've chosen them, and it just it makes life really exciting. I really am looking forward to the next chapter as we continue to progress through the current season that we're in. I'm so excited for what's to come and what this means for our family and what this means for me and my kids and for her and her family, because life is short and you only get one of these, and you can't live your life constantly wondering and hoping and regretting. You gotta just go for it. And I found love, and I'm so happy, and I'm going for it. And I know, based off of conversations with my late wife, and I know based off of conversations with the current person that I'm dating, they both accepted this new chapter of my life. They both accept what that means for me and my kids, and how complex the human heart is, and how many emotions come about during this. But ultimately, what's at the center of it all is just pure love. Love on her end, love on my end, and love for each other, and love for the babies, and love for Jen, and love for the future. So, I don't know, I guess I was just kind of coming on to say that, yeah, I'm happy, and yeah, I'm in love, and yeah, I have found someone that literally has reignited such a spark in my heart that it is, I can't even explain it. But that doesn't take away anything from what I had in the past. And it's pure happiness right now, and I want to continue to ride that and continue to honor that and continue to live out the life that has been set forth, you know, for me by God, by Jen, by friends and family. And I'm just grateful for all the people that are in our corner, and grateful for all that we do have. So grateful that we found each other. And yeah, I'm just grateful for this next new chapter. So, you know, navigating life as a widower is, you know, you're constantly met with challenges, and you're constantly met with surprises, and you never know what's next. You don't know what to expect. And I would say that us, you know, meeting and falling in love was very unexpected. But you can't deny what you feel. You can't deny your heart, and you can't deny when God has his hand in something. You just have to kind of let it go, and it's going so well. So I'm so thankful, I'm so grateful, and I'm excited to continue to see where this goes. So yeah, I would just continue to ask for grace and for acceptance for me and this new love, and for my kids, and just to understand that it doesn't take anything away from what I had and what I continue to have with Jen. It does not. And that's why she and I talked about it many nights, even though we didn't want to. That's why she wrote it down. That's why she filmed a video with it. She wanted to make sure that I, kids, and everybody else knew that that is going to happen. When you're a lover and you have so much love to give, you're bound to find love again. And that is the beauty of life. And that is the beauty of the world we live in. And huckle. So, thankful. Be on the lookout for the next video. I am filming very sporadically. So, happy Thanksgiving to you guys. Have a great week, and see you soon. It popped in my head as I was finishing filming too. I also wanted to mention how intentional is a key word. Her and I are being about, you know, my kids and how they meet her and how they interact with her, and some of the things that we do as a family and things that we do together. And we've been very intentional about that, and that's for a specific purpose. We know, her and I know, that it's hard, like, for them to process all of this information. It's not easy for an adult to process, let alone a 9 and 6-year-old. But the key to help them along is communication, is open communication, honesty, and being intentional with your actions, being intentional with how they interact with her and how they interact with me, and the words that I choose to say, and how I speak about this new love and this new person in my life, and all the things that go along with that, right? And that's why I'm constantly reading. I have tons of books that I'm reading on how to communicate with your children about, you know, this next chapter in their life after losing their mom. And, you know, it's important that, and then my girlfriend's reading as well, you know, books on how to help a grieving child who lost their mom. Like, it's a lot that we're navigating, and the reason why we're spending so much effort and time on navigating it is because we know how important it is for our babies, you know, and we know that we are absolutely in love. We're going to be in each other's life for a very long time, and we need to make sure that we do everything the right way. And you never know if you're doing it 100% correct. We're all learning, but one thing that we both have in common is that, and she reminded me of this yesterday, is to pray. When you're feeling stressed out and you don't know if you're doing it right or correct, or if you have anxiety about A, B, and C, just pray. And so that's something I did in the shower this morning. I just said a prayer, and I was like, hey, help me, God, to relieve some of this anxiety. This is not in my control, and you know, everything will work out. Everything will work out the way that it's supposed to. And, you know, when love is at the center of what you do, when love is at the center of your parenting, your relationship, how you progress through life, your work, when God and love is the center, you can only do good things, only good things. And so I wanted to add in there that we're being very intentional with the children, making sure that they are being communicated to, that they are informed, they're not being misinformed or lied to, or, you know, steered the wrong direction. I mean, we're being very honest with them and intentional with them, so that they know what might be taking place in this next chapter, and what this means for them, and what this means for Daddy, and what this means for our life. And, she has been so good, my girlfriend, about communicating to me, and we're good communicators. And because of that, we talk about everything that we're gonna do and how we're gonna approach this scenario and how we're gonna approach that one. And I think that's ultimately what makes a good parenting relationship, a good relationship in general, a good love core relationship. So I wanted to throw that in there too. Okay. You look great, baby. You gonna wear that dress today? I love it. Okay. Bye, guys.